welcome to the 2020 Divinity Original Sin 2 guide/walkthrough. Real quick before we get started, this is going to be geared towards beginners that are new to the game. Been seeing a lot of those on the forums lately. But if you're a player who's played through a few times and you want to go through and get that honor mode achievement or something like that, we are going to be playing this on Tactician, which is the exact same difficulty as Honor, except I can die on purpose and show you what not to do on honor mode while I'm playing on Tactician. No point in me playing on honor mode and then wiping and not being able to make the rest of the guide. So, we're going to get started here. We have two custom characters. They are both being run on my same computer. If you don't know how to do that, ask in the comments below. I'll show you a video on that. If not, you can find it somewhere else. I'm sure it's not that hard. So we got two custom characters here. We've got Pyramus, a lizard, and we've got Mumbo, a human. They're based on some D&D characters that me and my friend have. We're going to get diving right in. I already have their appearance set how I want. Preset, they both have Conjurer technically, so that on the boat they get the weapons that you see here, Shield and Fire Wand. They're going to be our mages for the party. Mumbo's going to primarily be Geo and Hydro, whereas Pyramus is going to be our Pyro and Arrow. That's Water and Earth for Mumbo and Fire and Lightning for Pyramus. Since they're both going to be mages, we need extra intelligence. Going to start off right there. Got their starting stats here, starting powers here. If you notice, I said Mumbo's going to be Geo Hydro, but he's got summoning, and that's for some shenanigans we're going to do on the starting boat in a little bit. For talents, Mumbo's got Elemental Affinity, makes your water and earth powers cost less if you're standing in water or earth. Same thing works for fire and air, but we're not going to take that right away for Pyramus. Tags, usually they don't matter, but we are not going to be recruiting a character that gets Mystic Scholar combo, so we're going to give that combo to Mumbo for a quest way down the line in late Act 2. Instruments do not matter. Let's get Mumbo started and switch to Pyramus. We've got his already preset appearance there. He's a Conjurer as well for the starting weapons, but we're going to swap everything about the Conjurer up. We're going to give him Intelligence, we're going to give him Pyro, Arrow, and Telekinesis for some shenanigans on the boat. He's going to start off with Haste and Peace of Mind, two very good buffs, and a single target air damage attack, Electric Discharge. His talent's going to be Pet Pal. Because he's a lizard, he gets +1 persuasion, so Pet Pal's what he's starting with. That just helps. It's a nice combo. Tags, doesn't really matter. I'm with Outlaw and Soldier, because Outlaw gives you one little thing in early Act 2, and we're not going to get anybody with Soldier, so why not? Instruments, again, do not matter. Let's start this up. As I said, I'm new to YouTube, so if I'm able to edit this out on YouTube, I will edit out this loading screen. If not, I'm just going to be rambling through the loading screen. It's going pretty fast, considering I have 2 instances of the game open right now, so that's pretty good. Maybe I don't need to ramble very long at all anyway. Looks like we're starting up. Alright, now if you notice, because I have 2 versions of the game open right now, I am controlling Pyramus. Can't do anything with Mumbo. I'm going to tab over here. Now I'm controlling Mumbo. Pyramus is grayed out here, controlling Mumbo. But I don't want to have to keep tabbing back and forth to control each of them. So with the secondary character, Pyramus started the game up, Mumbo joined. I'm going to have Mumbo just quit the game, and then tab back over. Now the Pyramus profile is controlling both of them. Real quick, since we get it started, I'm going to quick save. That's F5 if you're playing keyboard and mouse. Now this first video, I'm going to focus on the ship first area here. We're going to use the tutorial area as kind of a tutorial for you guys. So first things first, it's an RPG, so we are of course going to be looting everything we can. I don't know if I'm going to edit out all the looting on the boat because again, I do have a 15-minute constraint per video, and looting can take a while. If you have Pet Pal, you can talk to that sheep there. If you didn't want to grab Pet Pal, well, first off, what are you doing? I said grab Pet Pal. But if you didn't grab Pet Pal, you can't talk to the sheep over there. Not that you're missing out on much in that particular instance, but there are things later on you're going to want Pet Pal for. I'm going to come right on through here, and if you notice, while I'm looting everything, I'm kind of just auto-closing out of that window. If you're on keyboard and mouse, you can hit spacebar to automatically collect everything in a container once you open it. If you don't want anything in the container, you can just hit escape, and it will automatically close the container without grabbing anything. Alright, we got our first weapon there. We got a dagger, which we aren't actually going to be using for very long, but it's better than nothing. Coming up here, our first part of the ship tutorial that I'm going to show you is we have oil here. That is a surface. You step on oil and it will slow you down. We don't want to be slowed down, so we're going to make it rain on the oil. Wash that right on out of there. And it makes things wet. When you're looting, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you can hold the Alt button, and it shows you the name of stuff around there to grab. So we're going to grab this electric discharge scroll. Lets you use Pyramus's electric discharge power there, but you don't actually need to know the power. You can just cast it. Alright, now this guy right here, he's a prison guard, he's a magister. Magisters have captured us. I'm not going to go through too much of the story on this walkthrough, it's more of a gameplay thing. If you're playing it yourself, you can just listen to the dialogue and pay attention to the story that way, and you can pause my video if you want to play along. Now, we're going to use this as a surface interaction tutorial here. So he is sitting on water, I have an electric power. For those of you that know how electricity works, water helps it flow. So when we zap this guy with electricity, that water he's sitting on is going to become electrified water. And he's going to get the shocked effect right there. You can see it right there. And if you look at his health bar when I have him highlighted, it says shocked. Now when he's shocked, he gets a little bit less action points. But other than that, not a whole lot going on there. But when he's shocked, if he gets shocked again, he becomes stunned. When he's stunned, he completely loses a turn. Also, if you are shocked and you become wet, that will also cause you to lose a turn. So I'm going to have Mumbo use Rain again. Rain's going to make him wet, and it'll cause him to lose his turn. He'll be stunned. Also, it's going to make these two guys, Mumbo and Pyramus, wet. And it's going to make some water appear here. Now, they become wet, and there's water here. It's going to touch that electrified water, and it's going to stun Mumbo as well as this guy. I'm just going to show you guys how that surface interaction works. Boom, boom. Alright, they are both out of commission for a turn. Now we're back to Pyramus. When he comes up here, I'm going to have him use his little Dragon's Blaze here, breathe some fire on this guy. Now you might think, oh, alright, he's going to be burning, and he will for a brief second. Boom, burning. But if you look, now he's no longer burning, because that fire breath turned that water into steam, and steam clouds are going to remove burning, which is going to be very helpful to know long term in this game. Now, I don't want this guy taking any turns. You always want to crowd control your enemies. So I'm actually going to Sucker Punch him. Sucker Punch is an ability that you only have access to if you have one weapon in one hand and then nothing at all in your other hand. And it has to be a weapon. Unfortunately, it does not work with a shield and empty hand. It would be a lot better if it did, though. Alright, so we got him out of the way. We're going to have Mumbo loot that body, grab some stuff. And then we're going to move on through the rest of this tutorial deck. We're about halfway through this video right here. My timer says 7.5 minutes. So, moving through, we're going to be continuing to loot this ship, and really the main thing that you're going to be getting out of this loot is empty potion bottles, which on their own don't really do you any good. But early on, the easiest things to craft are going to be potions, and we're going to probably spend an episode dedicated to potion crafting. Now, I'm going to move this ooze barrel out of the way. Alright, it's filled with ooze, or poison. Now, poison is another important surface to know how it works. We're going to have Pyramus here, show you how that works. Now, poison, if you step on it, you'll take poison damage and you'll get poisoned. But if you have fire somewhere, you can ignite the poison. It is flammable. Now, the cool version would be to just breathe fire on it, make it blow up. But I'm going to show you a nifty little trick in case you didn't go with a Dragonborn. If you have access to a candle at any point in the game, and you move that candle onto a flammable surface, like poison, boom! That'll blow it right on up too, get you a bunch of fire going anywhere that was previously poisoned. And then get rid of fire, obviously, rain will do that. Make it rain on the fire, you get that steam cloud. And I want to walk right through. Now this door only has 6 HP. Part of this tutorial ship is getting you know you can bash items open. So we're going to kick that door with Mumbo. Kind of can't see Mumbo because of that cloud there. Alright, door's closed. And we're going to head on through, hit this lever, open up that door. And we are back at the beginning of our tutorial deck. And then we're going to head on up this ladder to the next floor of the tutorial. About 9 minutes in here. Pretty close to wrapping it up already. Feels like we just started. Gonna grab this mortar and pestle here. That'll help with crafting later. And again, just loot the room. Everything in here, loot, loot, loot. That's how you do RPGs, right? The more stuff you got, the more you can sell, the more you can craft. Crafting isn't a vital part of this game, but it can definitely make parts of it easier. And we're gonna grab this last barrel. Alright, talk to Magister C1 over here. You're going to want to check their inventory, just because when they eventually drop and you loot them, that was a mistake. So I'm going to talk about oneing your way through conversations. That's where you just press 1 the whole way through, and the first dialogue option is going to be good enough. to get you through every part of that conversation. I wonded my way through that conversation a little too much, hit the one key at the end, and ended up using Hail Strike there when I didn't mean to. And we're going to check up on these guys, check their inventory again, because now he's going to drop more of that stuff when he inevitably dies, and yeah, we're going to be able to grab onto that, get some more loot. Now, I'm going to be playing through this in a moderately experience maximizing way. I'm sure there will be things that I'm unaware of, because there's just a lot of things in this game that could get me more XP, but I'm going to show you the way I normally go through it, and it'll get us to the highest realistic level that you're going to be at in every stage of the game. Now on this ship there's a murder, they're investigating the murder, and the murderer happens to be over here. Spoiler alert for the first 5 minutes of the game. We're not going to go through there just yet though, because we are going to do a little trick here to get a lot of XP early on in the game. Alright, we've talked to basically everybody. We're going to come right on through here. We got hold Alt, see a greasy key over here. Greasy key, well, there's a kitchen right here. I guess that's where the grease came from, or at least it's supposed to be a kitchen. Some cooking pots, some mashed potatoes, plates, pots, pans, etc. You know, I'm gonna call this thing here a kitchen. Alright, once again, just loot everything you can. Bags of grain, cupboards, barrels, everything. Loot, loot, loot. You're going to get a little bit of gold, you're going to get some potions, basic little things, and again, talk to people, and you'll be able to loot more from them when they drop. And if you're looting containers, a gold chest icon means you have not looted it yet. Doesn't necessarily mean it's full, could still be empty. And I just grabbed a bedroll there, it popped up on my hotbar. That's going to heal you up to full health and give you the rested status, which will clear out a few status effects in that window there, and also give you +1 to your damage dealing effects. Now real quick for this setup here, pro gamer move, I'm going to have Mumbo come over here, and you'll see why in a minute, or maybe not in a minute, maybe next episode here already, but we're going to have Pyramus, and not stab the floor, come on, stab Mumbo, and then we're going to have Mumbo come up over here, and Pyramus is going to stab him again. Now that may not seem like a great idea, and on the surface, no, not really. Why would you want to stab somebody you're on a team with? Makes no sense, right? Well, there's a reason for it, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But the main thing is we need blood on the ground over there. We're going to want to have Mumbo over here, and Pyramus over here. Now we're coming up on the 13-minute mark on my clock here. So, due to not being able to upload 15-minute or videos longer than 15 minutes, we only have about 2 minutes left here, and if it's annoying that I keep mentioning the time, I'll stop that in future videos, I suppose. But I'm going to quick save right here, hit a little F5, that's quick save on keyboard if I didn't already mention that. And then we're going to walk over here, we're going to buff up Mumbo with Peace of Mind, and we're going to buff him up with Haste, and then we're going to pick a fight with these guys. Hit him a few times. Yeah, he's not too happy about that. And actually, I might have buffed Mumbo up a little bit too early. They're about to run out up there, so I'm actually going to recast those buffs on Mumbo now, because I forgot you do have to hit these guards a couple of times to actually initiate combat. And so now, we're fighting. Alright. Now, here's a little problem. I want her to be involved in the fight, and but right now it's just these two. So what we're gonna do there is we're going to delay Mumbo's turn. So then this guy's gonna take a turn. Yeah, he's gonna smack Pyramus. That's no fun. We're gonna have Pyramus shoot her, get her into combat. And then he's going to walk right over here, get her into combat, and you'll see how we get out of this pickle next time on Divinity Original Sin 2.